is up, and I'm going to go now to my friend, Senator Barrasso.
Well, thanks so much, Senator Manchin. I'd just like to follow up on some of the things that Senator Manchin started with. Yes or no answers on this, if you could. As a general matter, should the federal government continue to permit oil and gas wells in this country?
Yes, and I believe that's happening.
Good. And as a general matter, should the federal government continue to permit coal mines in this country?
Yes, and Ranking Member, if I could just say, I know that coal mines were not a part of President Biden's executive order.
As a general matter, should the federal government continue to permit copper, lithium, and other hard rock mines in this country? Senator Manchin was just asking about some hard rock mining issues.
Senator, I believe that if we do these things in a responsible manner and protect the health and safety of workers, I see us moving forward. The earth is here to provide for us, and that's my belief.
As a general matter, should the federal government continue to permit natural gas pipelines in this country?
Senator, as I mentioned in my opening statement, I believe this will go on for quite some time, and I know that President Biden he has put a pause on new leases, not existing ones.
The question was on pipelines. So as a general matter, should the federal government continue to permit oil pipelines in the country?
Senator, with respect to the Department of Interior, wherever pipelines fall under the authority of the Department of Interior, of course.
As a general matter, should the federal government continue to permit electrical transmission lines in this country?
I believe that that would help our energy needs, sir.
And as a general matter, should the federal government continue to permit natural gas or nuclear power plants in the country?
Senator, I assume that what I would like to say is, if I'm confirmed as Secretary, of course I would follow the law on all of these things.
Yeah, I think one of the concerns that we have is that there are 3 senators on this committee are medical doctors. We have Dr. Cassidy, who's a gastroenterologist. Dr. Marshall is an obstetrician. I'm an orthopedic surgeon. And just a couple of months ago, you tweeted, "Republicans don't believe in science." Pretty broad statement that you made there, and it was on your, this was in October of 2020, so not too long ago. Mm-hmm. Now, we're also Republicans. Do you think that as medical doctors, we don't believe in science? I mean, how do you stand by this statement?
Senator, yes, if you're a doctor, I would assume that you believe in science.
Well, Republicans as well. So, I mean, it's concerning to those of us who've gone through training, believe in science, and yet for a broad brush that we're all disbelievers. It's a concern to those of us as we're here today to ask questions about. So, in his first few weeks in office, President Biden issued several orders, as we talked about, banning new oil and natural gas leasing on federal lands and waters. It's estimated this long-term leasing ban is going to cost your home state of New Mexico 62,000 jobs, my home state of Wyoming 33,000 jobs. A long-term leasing ban is also going to cost, and I kind of run around the table here of members on this committee, Louisiana, 48,000 jobs, Colorado, 18,000 jobs, Mississippi, 14,000 jobs, North Dakota, 13,000 jobs, Utah, 11,000 jobs, 7,000 jobs in Alaska and Montana. Those are just jobs represented by people on this committee. Now you had said you will work your heart out for everyone, including fossil fuel workers. My question is for you, why not just let these workers keep their jobs?
Senator, it's my understanding that President Biden has put just a pause on new leases. He didn't ban new leases. He didn't put a moratorium on new leases. It's a pause to review the fossil program at the federal fossil fuel program. And so I know that there are still thousands of leases and thousands of permits that are moving forward. And
so then if confirmed, would you tell the president that it's not unwise to continue the pause as a permanent ban?
I don't believe that it is a permanent ban, Senator. I am more than happy to work with you and to work with, of course, at the pleasure of the president, and along with, if I'm confirmed, my colleagues, to make sure that we're doing everything we can to create jobs for Americans.
Because President Biden has justified his ban on new oil and gas leasing on federal lands and waters. He cited climate change. Are you aware of any evidence that suggests that a ban on oil and gas leasing on federal lands and waters was going to reduce the world's total production of oil and gas?
I bet, no, sir.
Yeah, and are we aware of any evidence that suggests that a ban on oil and gas leasing on federal lands and waters is going to reduce the world's total consumption of oil and gas?
Ranking member, I haven't actually looked at all of these statistics, but I believe that it's a situation where everyone should work together.
Yeah, because it seems that the president's ban on oil and gas leasing isn't going to reduce the world's production or consumption of oil and gas. So I would just return to the question of why we wouldn't let these Americans keep their jobs, because we're not seeing any other country has banned energy production because of climate change. Russia hasn't done it, Saudi Arabia, Iran, India, China. So I continue to believe it's a misguided decision by the president. So thanks so much. And I have questions for a second round, Mr. Chairman.
Senator Cantwell, thank you, Senator.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Congresswoman Haaland, congratulations on your historic nomination. And